us from Askewed Reviews. And it's Saturday, which means it's a new episode of Cinema Society Saturday. Now, just in case you don't know what that is already, this is where a bunch of us who absolutely love horror movies came together as a group, and now each and every week we are randomly given a theme, we partner up, give our partner a movie that fits within that theme, and then we review those films for all of you. Now, if you weren't able to figure it out from the intro, the theme for this week was the alphabet, or more specifically, the alphabet game. As this time around, it wasn't just a regular theme, we actually got to have a fun little game with each of our partners. The way that we did this is when the partners were revealed, we were also each given a letter. And so what we had to do is each of us had to give our partner a movie that starts with that letter. And for me and my partner, our letter was W. Now, my partner for this week was Abby, also known as Ghost in the Stacks. If you're not already following her, you should definitely go and do so. She has some really fun and interesting content, and she's so very close to 2,000 followers. Come on, everyone, let's see if we can get her up to that as soon as we can. Now, getting back to our theme of doing the alphabet game, Abby and I had the letter W, and she assigned me the film What We Do in the Shadows, the 2014 film. This was directed and written by Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi. Now, there's a very high possibility that you've heard of the television series What We Do in the Shadows. That is technically a spin off from this film. The movie came first, and then the television series is, in essence, a spin off. It's not about the same characters, but there is at least one episode where some of them do make a reappearance. Now, the concept for the movie is very similar to the concept for the TV show, where a documentary film crew is following around a group of vampires and just showcasing what their day to day or night to night lives are like. Now, in this mockumentary horror comedy, we follow around a group of vampires that are actually flatmates in New Zealand. We have Viago, Deacon, Vladislav, and Peter. Now, each of the characters does have their own idiosyncrasies that make them fun and interesting to watch. There's also a varied age gap, as the youngest in the group is about 20 or so years away from being 200, and the oldest, I don't think we have a specific age because it's mentioned at one point that he's 8,000, but I think that was supposed to be a joke because that's pretty impossible. Throughout the documentary, we really just see what they're dealing with on a regular basis, whether it's bills or humans, werewolves, or the fact that eventually, as the story progresses, preparing for a ball of sorts that's called the Unholy Masquerade. We also get to see examples of their powers, what having a familiar is like, and what happens when new people get introduced into the group. Now, I've seen this movie a few times, and every time I find it absolutely hilarious. But I will say this is probably not for everyone. If you're a big fan of things from the BBC or more of that British style of comedy, I think you'll really enjoy this. But there are some moments of more kind of dry wit or little things you may or may not be noticing that are really funny. But it's not one of those ridiculous, always funny, over the top comedies. So if that's what you're looking for, this may not be for you. So since I thoroughly enjoyed this one, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. And if you'd like to check it out for yourselves, it's not currently streaming for free anywhere, but it is able to be rented. Now, once more, I am going to mention definitely go and start following Abby if you're not already doing so. And of course, another great reason, not only just because of her wonderful content, is so you can see the movie that I gave her to review, which was the 2021 film Werewolves Within. So I hope you enjoyed my review for What We Do in the Shadows. But if you'd like to see what everyone else did for theirs, and of course what letter they received, just look up the hashtag Cinema Society Saturday.